Hey everyone, welcome back to Anna Nail School English channel. So in today's video I'm going to show you how to do a refill. So as you can see on the screen, my nails have grown out pretty decent, and it's been 4+ weeks, and I did a color change in between so that you don't see like much grown out here, but it's been 4+ weeks, and it's high time I change this. And the natural nail is also like kind of grown out underneath the extension. So now let's just change it and do a like kind of a refill. So first we have to do a product removal, then we have to reapply everything. So I'm going to explain each and every step, but before I continue with the video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, share, and comment on this video, so that helps me grow my channel. Okay, so coming back to the video, so this is the electric file that I use. Many times people ask me which electric file I use, so I actually have two of them. One is this one. This is a heavy duty machine, and I have one more which is like a wireless one, so I'll show you that some other time. So this one has a digital display, and this was also have like a forward reverse mode, and I can also see what speed I am using because of the display, and I can also change between hands and foot. So this one also goes up to 40,000 rpm speed, so which is pretty good, and it's a very heavy duty machine. So I use it when my battery one is kind of dead, or it's not working, or I forgot to charge. Then I use this one because it takes a little extra space on the table, so I prefer the other one over this one, even though this one is the strongest one. Okay, coming back to the process, first we need to start by removing the old product. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I remove the product. So whenever I need to use an e-file to remove the product, I basically categorize the nail into 3 parts in the vertical area, and then the cuticle side and all I do it later. So I'm just going to show you how I start. Okay, so the zone 1 is where I'm going to start. Even if it's my client, I start from the zone 1 and go to the zone 3, and then 4, 5 the cuticle area and all. Okay, so here I'm not going to kind of file off the product or anything. I'm just going to remove the color, and if there is any lifting, I'm going to remove that. So first I'm going to start here by removing the zone 1 area. So when I'm removing the product, my machine is running on a 28,000 rpm speed here. Okay, and I'm using a yellow abrasive mark bit here because I don't want to remove the product. I just want to remove the color and only the lifting. So basically I'm removing the gel polish from the top, and I'm also going to remove if there is any lifting. So there is not much to kind of like file off. If I want to completely remove the extension acrylic product, then I may use a green or a black one. Okay, so here as you have seen 1, 2, 3 all we have like kind of filed off. You have to really use good speed, otherwise as you have seen here that it hardly took me like a minute to complete that, not even a minute, under a minute. Okay, so that's because I'm using the right speed and the right bit. Okay, now when you are filing the cuticle area, just make sure that you have a good control. So you see that I am putting my ring finger as a support here when I am moving my bit around the cuticle area. So always make sure that you are supporting the bit using your index or for some people it's the ring finger, and for some people it's the pinky finger. Okay, so as you have seen, we have removed almost all the product, and I don't see any like kind of big lifting or anything. So I just continued the same on all other nails, and that white thingy you are seeing is the old product. So first I had a polygel and a white builder gel nail, and on top of that I did acrylic extension, and then again the acrylic is grown out. So now again I'm going to do the acrylic refilling only. Okay, so that's why you are seeing that slight white color. So now that the product is removed and the lifting is also removed, there was no lifting or anything, so I had nothing much to kind of file from the cuticle area. But whenever you are doing whenever you are doing a fill, you have to make sure there is no lifting at all. So how do you find if there is a lifting? So around the cuticle area, if you see light colored product, then that means that that particular area is lifted from the nail plate. Okay, so you have to definitely remove that before you move on with the next product application. So now after removing the product, I am starting with my dry manicure. So what I was showing is I got a cut on my fingers, so my nails are I have like kind of a little nerve damage, I guess. Because of that, I still have like a little sensation on my nail plate and the side of my finger. So I was just being very a little careful. Okay, so here I'm using a flame bit, and I'm using 18,000 rpm speed, and the machine is on a reverse mode. Okay, so whenever I'm going clockwise, then it's reverse mode. Whenever I go anti-clockwise, which is from the right to the left, then I go forward mode. Okay, so most of the time when I do the dry manicure, it's most of the time it's reverse mode, and the speed is like 18,000 or 19,000. Okay, so I just did the dry manicure and I removed all the dead skin, and I also made sure if there is any lifted areas, then I just used this bit to kind of like lift off, because it's really thin around the cuticle area, so I can use this bit to kind of remove it. And I'm also rolling the skin back so that when I have to trim it, I can easily do that. Okay, basically we are pushing up the cuticle here. Okay, and once this is done, now just dust off, and then we are going to do the cuticle trimming. So today for the cuticle trimming, I won't be using cuticle nipper or cuticle scissor. I will be using a ball bit. Okay, so I decided I am going to go like full on Russian manicure mode today. So I switched the bit and I used a blue abrasive mark ball bit. So this bit is from Temu. I was testing it and I was using it for the first time, and this is how I use. So now when I'm using the ball bit, my machine is on at 11,000 rpm. You can go up to 12, 13,000 also. Just test which one works the best for you, and depending you can adjust the speed. But 10 to 13, 14,000 rpm is more than enough for you to do the trimming using your ball bit. Okay, so as you can see, that just removed all the dead skin. I don't have much because obviously I keep doing extension, so I barely have any skin to kind of trim. So whatever it is, the bit did a good job, and it is not painful at all. It's actually very easy to do. Okay, so that's how we use a bit to do the cuticle trimming. Now it's time for us to do a little bit of filing around the cuticle area. So here I am using a 180 grit hand file. So don't over file, just make sure you're just removing the shine, and just making sure your extension is blended around the cuticle area. That's all you have to do. And at this stage you can also reshape your nail before you do the product application. So I had a almond shaped nail, so I changed it into kind of a stiletto. It's not like super stiletto, and after that I used lint free wipe and alcohol to clean my nail plate so that it's ready for product application. Okay, so this is how your nail should look like once you are done with your product removal and your dry manicure and your reshaping and everything. There shouldn't be any dust or lifting or anything. Okay, so now let's start with the product application. So for product application, I'm using acrylic. So I have acrylic number 12 brush, and I have the monomer, and I'm using an acrylic powder from the brand called Glamorous Nail Products, and the monomer is also from the same brand only. It's a Indian local product supplier. So now let's begin with the product application. So as you know, before we apply the product, we need to also apply dehydrator and primer. So I'm going to start with the dehydrator here. So dehydrator, you only need to apply the gap that we created here by removing the product, just the nail plate. You don't have to apply it all over the nail, just apply the around the cuticle area, only just till the growth, whatever gap that you have. Okay, and after that we are going to apply acid free primer. So both the primer and the dehydrator are from the brand Model Ones, which is a US based brand, and apply it very thin layer, you don't have to apply too much. If you want, you can add a little bit or onto the entire nail, but I prefer applying only on the natural nail area. Okay, so now let's just start with the product application. So I'm using a pinkish nude acrylic color here. So as I said, this is from the brand Glamorous Nails product. So I just did a little bit of mixing because this was sitting in the shells for a while. So I just mixed it so that it's easy for me to like pick up the beads. Okay, so I just give it like a quick swirl. Okay, now it's time to start applying the product. So I picked up a bead, and since I am not changing anything here, I am just going to directly fill that gap, because the rest of the architecture is fine, because we did not remove the acrylic from the entire nail. So I'm just going to start with the gap here. I'm going to build the cuticle and the apex, and then I'll see if I need to add any product or towards the free edge area. If I see like kind of an uneven surface after adding the cuticle bead, then obviously I will fill that gap, whatever it is. But otherwise we don't have to like use a lot of product here. Only a little product is required just to fill that gap. So as you can see here, we have like a proper architecture, so we don't need to put any further product on this one. So I'm going to move on to the next one. So next I'm going to show you the middle finger. Again we are picking up a bead similar to the first one. So depending how much architecture you need to build on, depending on that you can take the decide on the bead size. Okay, so here as you can see, I placed it a little far from the cuticle. I pushed the product towards the cuticle and then I blended it both the sides. I am making sure there is no product touching my skin or anything, and I blended it nice and smooth. And always after blending, look from the sides so that you can see if there is any unevenness or anything. Okay, so I repeated the same process for all other nails, and now it's time for us to file and shape. So filing shaping also I'm going to use my electric file only. So again using the same bit, because we don't have much to file here. So if your application is good enough, then you don't have to like file too much. So this is just to blend the edges of the cuticle area. So if you have like a thick cuticle, then it's 100% guaranteed you will have a lifting. So you have to make sure you have a thin application around the cuticle area. In case if it is thicker, then you have to make sure you're blending it well. Okay, so I'm just using this bit to kind of blend the cuticle area. I'm not doing anything. Again I'm using like 15,000-16,000 rpm only, because obviously we are not removing in bulk or anything. We are just kind of you can say you're shaving off those edges. Okay, and once this is done, then I will be using my hand file to like kind of do a basic fine tuning of the nails. So now I have finished my filing and buffing, and as you can see the nails are looking fantastic. And once this is done, we are going to just dust off clean the nail plate with alcohol wipes, and then we can start applying our whatever nail art or nail polish, whatever you want to apply. So today I decided I'm going to use some cat eye polishes, and then I'm going to kind of create a cat eye ombre. Okay, so here I was showing how my natural nails are underneath, so I'm kind of growing the natural nails underneath. I can't obviously grow it like for a longer time. After this I will be soaking off. So this is the third product reapplication since I did that glittery nails that you're seeing in the underneath side of it. So after third, then I was like, it's high time I should change it, and then I changed it. But okay, so now coming back to the product application, I'm using a gel polish from the brand called Canny. So this is a jelly nude collection. CC3 is the collection name. Okay, if you want you can check out in Canny's website. It's a beautiful collection, and I applied that and I cured it. I think I only applied one layer because the base color is also was kind of similar to the acrylic was similar to this one, so it was looking already good. And then I used Bon Pretty's silver cat eye, and I wanted to create kind of an ombre effect, so I applied it like that, and I used a ombre brush to kind of blend it towards the cuticle area. I'm not covering the entire nail. I don't want like a fine line, so I'm using the ombre brush to kind of feather it out. And after this I'm going to use a magnet to bring out that magnetic effect. Okay, so it was looking so beautiful. It's like very simple and pretty. And after this I repeated the same for all the fingers. I cured it and then I applied top coat, and with that the whole set was ready. Okay, so here is the final look of the nails, and I really loved it, and I kept it for another 3 weeks and then I removed it, and I love the way this turned out. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, don't forget to like, share, comment, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you soon on my next video. If you have any question, feel free to write it in the comment section, and I'll see you soon on my next video. Thank you for watching.